just to go back, you kind of stopped right at the baths. And you mentioned when they were getting ready for their baths.
Mm-hmm.
What happens from that point on?
Sophia she wanted her bath. She went, picked out her pajamas, got her diaper, put it on the sink. Serena's still in the living room doing whatever. I was running the bath water. Went outside again to ask Serena if she's going to take a bath or not. She said she wasn't going to, so I had to go back and turn off the bath water before, it overflowed. And then Sophia was getting all undressed, ready to get in the tub. And then asked her if she wanted to take pictures for her Grammy, and she said yeah. She wanted to sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So then she went to lay backwards, and water got inside of her ear, and she started to panic. So I stopped and held her and picked her up, told her it was okay. And then I stopped there, ran back over to see what Serena's doing, because I could hear her pulling stuff out of the cupboards, and asked her if she was going to clean up her mess. And then she was doing sign language, I love you, and telling me, who do you love? I love Mommy. And how much do you love her? I love her to the moon and back. And then I said, are you ready to take a bath? And she said yes. And then I shut off the video camera, and then she came running in to get her pajamas.
What about Sophia?
Sophia was still sitting in the tub.
In the tub?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's only about this deep.
It was only about?
I only allow her to have about this deep of water.
Well, how deep is that? How many inches would that be?
About this deep. I only allow her to have it that deep.
What would you call that?
I don't know how in inches colored like this deep. So.
A bit like?
Cupful. Because she's little. When Serena's in the tub, I let it fill up quite a bit because she likes the splash.
I thought you said it was almost overflowing.
Well, she said she was gonna overflow. Like if I left it going, it was gonna keep on going. So I stopped the water from flowing. And there's this plug to unplug it.
And how deep was it at that point?
Probably about that deep. So it would have been over what she should have been allowed to have.
Okay. And she was having, you mentioned that she put her head back, but the water was...
The water got into this side of the ear, and she got all upset. So then I stopped the water, stopped the filming. Because she's learning to lay back floats in her swimming lessons. I'm supposed to encourage her to do lay back floats.
But you can't float in that much water, like 4 inches.
Yeah, but for her to even lay backwards is a big deal for her, because she doesn't like to get her hair. And then we do front floats where she sticks her mouth in the water and blows bubbles. Usually she'll do better if Serena's in the tub, and Serena will do it, then Sophia will copy her.
So we're both in the tub together?
No, Serena was in her own tub.
In her own tub?
She went in her own tub, like after.
Okay.
Waiting for Sophia to get out of her tub. And she was running all around, so I was chasing Serena to get her to come back to go in the tub, and she was picking out all these different pajamas she wanted.
Serena was?
Yes.
Okay. So after Sophia finishes her bath, what do you do with Sophia?
Sophia usually sits in the bathroom, waits.
Sits in the bathroom and waits?
Yes.
Well, what did she do?
She usually just lays there and drinks her bobo. She has a bobo while Serena's in the tub. Sometimes she tries to crawl in the tub with her again. Or she has a pee in the potty.
What'd she do on this evening?
She just laid there and she had her bobo, but she didn't even drink her bobo.
So when you say laid there, where was she laying?
In front of the tub. I had a towel put out. She just laid there, and I was drying her off, and she wouldn't take her bobo.
She wouldn't take her bobo then?
Usually she takes her bobo and drinks it, and she was just laying there. She was tired from the day. She hadn't had a nap.
Was she asleep at that point?
She looked like she was about to fall asleep.
Okay.
So I just got her dressed and gave her her bobo and laid her down in her bed for like maybe 10, 15 minutes while I did Serena, and then I put them into my bed.
Okay, so you gave Serena her bobo afterwards?
Sophia.
Sorry,
Sophia, her bobo, but she didn't even drink it, which is unusual for her. Usually she drinks the I think it's 8-ounce bottle of
Okay.
bobo, and she didn't. She looked like she was ready to just zonk out. She just zonked out.
All right. And that was, so you picked her up?
Picked her up. I had put her diaper on, put her pajamas on, picked her up, tried to somewhat dry her hair, put her in her baby bed. She stayed there for maybe 10, 15 minutes with her bobo while Serena went in the tub and did her tub.
Okay.
And she played in there for like a half an hour doing her own thing.
And then what happened then with Serena? Did you take any videotape of her?
No.
No? Why is that?
She didn't ask for it. I was just doing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star for my mom. Serena sometimes doesn't like to have her tape, so I don't bother her. She had her videotaping doing I Love You. She has, she's 3, so she tells you whether or not you can tape her or not.
And Serena didn't want to be videotaped?
No.
Okay. All right. So what happens when she's finished her bath?
She gets out of the tub and I dried her off. They both had naps. She looked like she was really, really tired. She gets bags underneath her eyes just like me. I asked her if she wanted to brush her teeth. She was just like, meh. So I just got her in her pajamas and put her into bed.
Did she have anything in her sippy cup then?
No, she didn't want a cup. Usually she has water after bath time because she has this bad tooth here, a rotten tooth. So she's supposed to drink water. And I just laid them both in their beds. And then I went out to the living room, was cleaning up everything, came back, their bedding wasn't off. I pulled the bedding back up, went back outside, was doing stuff, and then when I was getting tired I had took a bunch of pills, I was getting really, really tired, and I came back. And then neither one of them she didn't want a bottle, Serena didn't want a cup, neither one of them would turn over.
Okay.
They wouldn't turn to me, which they always do. They always roll over and fight over who gets to sleep beside me. And Sophia was just laying there, and her arm was hard. And I opened the blanket, and her feet were like a pinkish, odd. It wasn't her normal foot coloring. And then I checked Serena. Serena's feet looked normal, but up on her leg here was a purpley color.